What's going on, y'all? Gotta send this link out, then we'll go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second. All right, bam. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? So there's gonna be a few setups we're gonna be looking at. Lending session's about to start. Yes, there's gonna be a few pairs we're gonna be looking at right now. Yes, we're gonna be watching GA, we're gonna be watching GN, we're gonna be watching EA, we're gonna be watching EN. We're gonna be watching the indices as well. All right, when this session just started. The members took one trade last night. Hit TP7. Lastly, we're going to jump into some more trades. We're going to go over that in a second as well. Yeah, so London just started. Go ahead and pull this up. Yeah, so there's going to be a few setups we're looking at. Yeah, so right now I'm just looking at the pairs to see basically what everything's looking like. Don't want to change time frames. What pairs we're going to be messing with. So we're watching EA. We're still watching the New Zealand pairs. We're just going to see what they're doing right now. Yeah, so we're going to watch the EA. We're going to be watching GA. So we're going to keep an eye on GA right now. And I got the indices on my other screen. Yeah, so we're going to see if we can break back below. That's what we're looking at right now. We're going to see if we can hold this level or if we're going to break back below. But right now we're seeing some retracements, which is fine. So I'm looking for sells. I'm not going to look for buys unless price can break above this level. So I'm seeing if we can hold this level. If we can, I'm going to look for sells here. But if it wants to keep retracing, I'm going to let it retrace up to this daily level and see how it reacts when it hits that daily level. So that's basically the game plan for GA. So we're not looking for a sell here. Then we're going to go for a sell up here. So let me go ahead and fix this. Me and members took one trade last night. We're going to go over that in a little bit as well. But I just want to see if there's any setups right now. There's a couple potential setups. Still just waiting a little bit. And so we're watching New Zealand pairs, we're watching AUD pairs, and we're watching the indices. I'm going to pay attention to gold too, but it's still got a little bit to do, either retracing or pumping before it hits a key price level. So we're going to let it do its thing for now. I'm in a little bit of a slower week, but we kind of saw that coming. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at what's going on today. So 8:15, we got the ADP popping off. Me and the members are going to be live for that today. Then at 10 a.m., we got ISM services PMI. Then at 2 p.m., we got FOMC. So the USD pairs, the events today are very important today, and also the events that's going to be popping off on Friday. Today and Friday are very important days for USD pairs. So it's going to be interesting USD pairs. I wouldn't be surprised to see some ranging until New York. But we're definitely going to see some pumps at 8:15 and 2 o'clock. Especially with 2 o'clock. With FOMC and ADP, we usually see a lot of pumps and volume in the markets. It's going to be interesting to see what happens today with those pairs. But just because USD news doesn't mean anything, because this is going to affect a lot of the pairs, if not most of the pairs I personally like to look at today. So definitely going to be interesting. There's still a Japanese bank holiday as well. I think that's going on until tomorrow. And with all that going on, we're seeing just price just been retracing really. After that huge pump last week on the JPY pairs, price has just been retracing since the holidays, which is fine though, because we kind of need a retracement to happen anyways. This is kind of what we're anticipating, or was anticipating, on Friday to happen, but now it's happening right now. So not tripping too much about that. That's pretty much what's going on right here. So G is pushing up. Let's see what the New Zealand pairs are doing, because we went for a sell last night and we hit TP7. Then we got wicked out. I put this here to see what's going to hold this level, to see if we can go for a re-entry. But you see prices retracing up, so we're going to let price do this thing. And we're going to see if it can hold these levels or not. Like I said, I'm looking for sells for right now. But I already am anticipating retracement because we had this huge drop on, what day was this? Monday. But I am still looking for sells. So we had a nice little drop here. So we need a little retracement. So I'd like to look for retracement here like this, or price could potentially continue to push up to here, and then we could see a low. So that's what we're looking at right there. But I'm looking for sells right now. I won't be looking for buys unless price breaks above around like 270, 275, something like that. So this can be the game plan right here. Yeah, so they can't hold this level. We're going to let it retrace, and we're going to look for sells at the next level. Now, unless those levels get broken, I still am leading towards sells. on the AED and New Zealand pairs. Yeah, but that's pushing up. Your AED is probably doing the same thing. Yeah, with this, the reason why I've also been patient with it, because before this drop right here, before this retracement that's happened this week, we were extremely bullish. So with this nice wick we had on yesterday's candle, we could potentially see this just being a higher low, and potentially see price continue to push up. So if price can break this level and hold, we're going to look for buys. But if it holds this level as resistance and drops down, we're going to look for sales. So that's why we're just patiently waiting. But that's the game plan for that. So we're looking for sales. We could hold as resistance, but if it breaks back above, we could potentially see this be a new high being made today. So it's definitely going to be important what goes on today when that news pops off. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. And looking at gold, gold broke that magic number we were talking about on yesterday's live, and we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks. So we're either going to look for retracement back down and look for buys, or we're going to see if price can break that level and look for buys there. But we are back potentially bullish momentum, but it's going to be, we're in a very tricky spot. We're in this level of traffic, and again, this is the all-time highs. So we're either going to see some history get broken this week, or we're going to see potentially a retracement and or reversal happen. It's going to be definitely interesting what happens this week. But as of now, if we can hold above 2006, and we're looking for buys. If it breaks back below, depending on how it reacts, if it breaks back below, we could potentially look for sales. So I'm looking out for gold. But again, we have a bunch of news events, especially with the USD pairs. And usually, if you just go back to other FOMC days, usually FOMC days, price is literally dead until that news pops off. But it's more of news events besides FOMC popping off today. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see what happens. But just don't be too shocked or surprised if price is just choppy, because it does happen sometimes. We can go back to EA. I'm going to be on the currency pairs for a little bit. So the indices might be choppy right now. So we're going to pay attention to the currency. I'm at the indices on the other screen, but we're going to be looking at the currency pairs on the main screen for the most part. So if we can hold this level as resistance, we're going to look for sales. But if we can break above this level and hold the support, we can possibly see the uptrend continue. But if it holds and rejects this level, then we can see a possible reversal. So that's what we're looking at right there. What's going on, Leroy? I see you in here. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. Me and the members, we entered a trade last night. We hit TP7 on it. Screenshots of that is on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram story, I should say. Instagram's on the bottom of the screen. Make sure to hit the follow while you're checking it out. Don't just be lurking on it. Go ahead and hit a follow. But the trade we took last night, I posted on the story. And I also posted in the Telegram. Well, not the trade itself, but screenshots of what's on the trade. Because again, Tokyo session strictly for the members. And again, the conditions on the market, it's just going to be a slow, choppy week. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. I don't control the markets. You know what I'm saying? If my rules aren't met, I'm not going to enter any trades. Nothing I can do about that at all. All right. All we can do is just wait for opportunities and jump on them. There were a few opportunities last night I mean, not last night, yesterday. And one of them was one we were literally waiting for all live to pop off. And then literally like maybe 30 minutes after the live, the move happened. And I believe it was GN, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull it up. Pretty sure it was GN though. Last night, if I'm not mistaken. Or yesterday. I keep saying last night. Yesterday. Let me see. Pretty sure. Yeah. It was this move right here. I was waiting for this yesterday. And literally as I ended the stream, did the retest, and then that thing dropped and did the move I was looking for. So those that was in yesterday's stream, if y'all was paying attention to GN, y'all could have jumped in on that. I did miss the setup on it though, but that's again why I make these videos, because I'm only going to post trades I personally enter, but sometimes I miss trades, setups, and or sometimes I don't enter all the trade setups. So that's why I do these videos, so y'all can see what setups I'm looking at, the levels, all that good stuff, so y'all can pay attention to the charts. And you know, if you like the setup, you can jump on it as well. But yeah, we're watching GN, we're gonna be watching New Zealand pairs, we're gonna be watching AED pairs, and then I'm watching the indices on my other screen just in case something pops off. But we're just chilling right now. Next week should be a lot smoother. But again, today we got ADP at 8:15 at the start of New York. Then 2 hours in, we got ISM services PMI. Then after that, a few hours before market close, we got FOMC press conference. Then 2:30, we got another one. So there's a lot of reports coming out today, and there's a lot of reports coming out on Friday that are going to be very important. There's reports coming out tomorrow as well. Because again, I went over this on Friday's stream. I went over this, I'm pretty sure all week on the live. But the beginning of every month is when all these reports come out. But you know, with the holidays, it's a little bit more what you call it? What's the word? The conditions are a little bit more harsher. If it wasn't all these holidays, it would be a little bit smoother. But again, can't control that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have the holidays whether we want them to have it or not. I don't trade USD pairs often. If you're talking about like Euro USD, USD, I just haven't in a while. Like I used to. Like if you go through the history, like last year, like fourth quarter, third quarter, last year we were trading it. I just stopped. There's no reason. It's just there's probably setups if we pull them up. I just personally don't. Like I was saying, I don't know what time you started watching. I know you remember now, but I don't remember when I stated it. But it was I used to have a lot of pairs up. Like you watch some of my older videos, especially the ones from last year. I used to have a bunch of pairs up. I used to look at a bunch of sets. I used to have like 20 plus pairs up. And I was doing that a lot just to show like how the strategy works on anything and how like all charts are the same. But now I just trade I just trade a handful of pairs that I like, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing against the USD pairs. There's probably setups. Like we pull up the charts, there's probably plenty of setups we missed this week and last week, but there's no reason why I'm not trading. I just have a handful of pairs that I prefer, and that's just the ones I'm focusing on. But you know, that's why I was like, you guys want to see me pull up a pair, I'll pull it up. You know, my opinion, but there's nothing like bad about those pairs. That's just it. Just like some of the videos on my YouTube, like I say, you just, and like I was talking to the members, like I always say in our lives, you just need 4 pairs. You know, you just need 4 pairs. What's going on, Sparky? I see you in here. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. And we just need 4 pairs. You need a if your account can handle it, an index, gold, and then two currency pairs you like. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. You just need 4 pairs. Because it's not always going to be set up on every pair, but it's going to be a setup on at least one of those pairs you're looking at. And if not, you just got to patiently wait for that setup, like we always do. But yeah, I mean, the USD pairs usually follow gold, so like basically we kind of see the same kind of momentum with gold on the USD pairs, but yeah, we're gonna not look at those right now because so they're probably gonna be choppy until New York when the news pops off. I'm trying to watch these currency pairs. Those are just on the stream. We haven't jumped to anything yet. Me and members did take a trade last night. But we got wicked out in profit. So right now we're looking for some more setups. So we're watching GA, EA, we're watching EN, GN. And then on the other screen, we're looking at gold and the indices. But they still got some work to do. Yeah, so we're just chilling right now. So looking at the indices, I might pull it up if I see something interesting. But they're at a sweet spot, kind of the same sweet spot where if they respect or reject this level, we can either see the bullish momentum continue or possible reversal. So it's definitely going to be dependent on what happens today. Well, this week in general, because they can play around until the end of this week. But at the end of this week, I have a feeling we're going to see a clear decision. And if not, we're just going to have to wait. But I think by the end of this week, we'll see a clear decision of whether we're going to break through these levels of traffic that we're struggling to a little bit to the left, or if we're going to see a reversal and or potential downtrend pop off. Like I said, me and the members, I'm going to be going live during New York for the news. So we're going to see what pops off there. We're going to be talking about a few things like we always do. Going to be answering questions, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in lives outside of New York, outside of London, go ahead and hit the links in the description. But right now we're just chilling. The next trade we do enter though, I might call them free Telegram because we haven't called any plays in there this week. But again, at the end of the day, that's not entirely my fault. The members are always going to get the more majority of the trades. So if I only enter one trade, they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a slow week, and I haven't really entered that many trades. I've only taken like 2 or 3 trades, maybe 4 trades this week. And usually we take like 4 trades a day on average. Yeah, so we took this GN sell last night. We barely missed the final TP. We hit TP7. They were traced up. So y'all should have got wicked out. But whoops, grabbed the wrong thing. There we go. It was a pretty simple setup. We was looking for sells initially during London session here. Missed that entry. waited for it to, like I always say, either wait for the retracement or wait for the next entry point. Price didn't retrace up, broke below, did the retest, entered off the retest, cost some pips. Very simple. You know what I'm saying? Message before we enter this trade, I messaged the members. I was like, I'm looking for New Zealand sells, AED sells. Waiting for the confirmations. This is the only pair I kind of liked. I mean, Ian probably did a similar move, but the AED pairs weren't doing what I wanted. So we only entered GN, caught some pips. Now waiting for a possible re-entry or some more setups. So that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, Lero, but you can, you know what I'm saying, you can trade any pair you want. You just gotta, it's the same thing, like the stuff we talk about in advanced play signal is the same thing, you know, same rules, same setups you're looking for, it's just a different chart. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So it's nothing different. Only thing different is they're going to just have different key levels and all that good stuff. But any pair you're looking at, you do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. If you just take the time to, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking in general now. But you know, you just take the time to learn the skill. It's literally rinse and repeat, and you can use it on any chart. You know what I'm saying? The price is just choppy right now, man. Those that know, I hate choppiness. I hate, I don't know. I'm way more patient than I used to, but I definitely hate, you know, slow days like anyone else. But again, that's why I like to use this website because now, one, I already knew, mentally prepared for this, and those I've been watching since at least last week. Literally on Friday, we went to look what the next week was going to look like. As soon as I saw the holidays, on top of it being a new month, I was like, oh boy. So we already knew this was going to happen. So we're already mentally prepared, and we understand why the conditions in the market are the way it is. So at that point, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. So there's no point in trying to get too mad or frustrated with it because it's just part of the game. Not every day it's going to be nice and smooth, and you know it's going to be volume pumping. You got to take advantage of those days, but you know not every day is going to be like that. You know, is what it is. But we still caught a nice move last night, regardless. You know, whether we take one trade, take four trades, the goal is still the same for those setups to be high probability setups for one, and you know to end them blue. It's not really tripping. Not really tripping too much. We're still up for the week. But yeah, so we're gonna let those retrace. Gonna pull the euro pairs as well. But yeah, we're gonna let these pump up and retrace. Like I said, I'm waiting to see how it reacts to this daily level right here. I want to see if it's gonna hold that level or break through. That's what I really want to see. Yeah, but the indices, they can go either way. So I'd rather wait for them to hit the level below or above them. I'd rather trade off the levels of below or above the level they're currently at. Because those would be safer setups, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I have no issue missing a few pips to wait for a better setup. You know, like I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. Like you don't have to be in a trade all the time. And it's okay to miss a few pips here or miss a move there just to wait for a better setup that you feel more comfortable taking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm still keep an eye on it. But yeah, this is pumping up. So we're gonna see how it reacts to these levels here. Hopefully, you know, we see it hit this level before the stream ends because, you know, I want to get some action popping off. I know it's gonna be kind of boring, but you know, we ain't been trading, so we can talk more important stuff that's still related to trading. You know what I'm saying? But of course, if we can, we want to enter some setups. So again, those that joined the stream late, What we're looking for is really how price is going to react to this level. Because right now, I'm looking for sells. But if we can break up and stay above this level, if we can break this level, hold this level, we can potentially see the bullish momentum continue. But if we can hold this level as resistance, I'm going to look for sells. So that's the game plan for GA. You're going to see how it reacts to this daily level right here. We got a couple minutes before the next 15. I'd like to see this get hit before the next 15. That'd be nice. But we're going to see if it's going to do that or not. All right. You see how we did last week on the screen? You hit the first in the description. Go ahead and join the free Telegram. All right. You'll be able to see how we did last week, how we did last month, how we did the month before that, how we did, if you want to see how we did around this time last year. I think we scrolled as far as it would let us. It was either Monday or yesterday. I can't remember. But, every day is documented. Every week's documented. At the end of the day, when market reopens, I do a recap of the day, of all the trades we took, TPs hit, how many pips caught, all that good stuff. And at the end of the week, do the same thing. Also do that at the end of the month and at the end of every quarter. This week, it's been a little bit of a different week. It's been a little bit slow, but we're only taking a few trades, but we're still up for the week. But go to free Telegram. You scroll to the 29th, you'll see how we did last week. We went 14-1 with a 93% win rate. And then if you click here, you'll be able to see, we'll take you all the way to the top to Monday, and you'll be able to see all the trades taken, the time the trade was posted, my personal entry, XL, TPs, how many people either enter the trade, reactions when TPs get hit in real time, and all that good stuff. And again, like I said, in there every day, I do the recaps. So Monday we went 2-0, and you keep scrolling and all that good stuff. Now this week, we haven't really taken any trades. Like I said, we're only taking like one trade like a day, and we didn't take any trades at all yesterday. Well, I didn't. I don't know if any members jumped in any trades, but I didn't take any trades yesterday, simply because I didn't like what I saw. But yeah, but I still do the recap. So yeah, this week's been a little bit of a slower week. It is what it is, though. Can't control the markets. But as the next setup, our next trade I do enter will be posted in the free Telegram, because me and the members did take a trade already last night. So the next one's going to be a free one. So we're just waiting for the setups right now. So I didn't exactly hit my level. So we're going to see who's going to hit that level. We're going to wait for it to hit this level or break back below this level. We're not going to get impatient, jump in a trade early, none of that stuff. So we're just going to be chilling right now. So let's go ahead and see what these other pairs are up to. Like I said, I'm not really messing with the JPY pairs because it's a bank holiday, and I don't really like to trade pairs when there's bank holidays on those pairs. Sometimes you'll get some good setups, but I've noticed my win rate on the holiday pairs is not that high. So I'm like, I'd rather chill on that. So EN, I have this level marked off as a potential sell setup as well. It's not the middle of the zone, but it is still a key support resistance level we could trade off of. I marked this off, if I'm not mistaken, because of this pivot point right here. So this is a strong support resistance level here. It's like a minor one, but it's still one I did want to mark off and acknowledge. So we're going to see how it reacts there. But yeah, we're looking for sales on this. No new highs have been made. It's just been dropping since Thursday last week. We haven't seen a green candlestick, so we can possibly see this candlestick turn green, see a retracement here, because we do need to see a lower high get made. So we can possibly see that happen today. Again, we're not against retracements. Retracements are part of the game. but we gotta also anticipate when a retracement can happen. That way we don't get caught in it. But sometimes you're still gonna get caught in it. It is what it is. But so let me see a possible setup here. Yeah, so we're chilling. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're chilling. Let me see something here. A slight level right here. Just slight level there. But I still rather wait to see if we can break below here. Make this wick set. So yeah, same thing. We're going to just patiently waiting. Yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on this. Looking at gold on my other screen. Doing some retracing. We're still playing around in the middle of the zone. So we're still going to leave that alone. Then looking at the indices too. They're chilling. So again, like I talked about before, they're probably just going to be chilling until New York pops off. We might see some moves happen in a little bit. Still going to pay attention. I'm just looking at possible buys here. Short-term buys though. Because again, looking at this level, we are very choppy. We're kind of stuck in this level of traffic here. Been struggling since last month really to break that level. We were nice and bullish, making new highs consistently. And then when we hit this level, as we can see here, well, let me go on the mega chart. Got all these lines on it. Oh, that one got lines on it too. Let's see this one. All right, cool. We're just gonna do this because I probably got all these marked off from like sessions and Zoom meetings. So, anyways, we can see here how price is bullish, making new highs. Then when we hit this level of traffic here, that's when all the choppiness began and we've been struggling to break through it. So I am still leaning towards buys, just looking at market structure. But if it rejects this level, then we could possibly see a reversal. But it's definitely still trying to break through this level of traffic. So we might see the news today help break through that level. Or we're going to see reversal. Because, price only does two things. It only goes up or down. Well, consolidation too. Whoops. Clicked the wrong thing. Don't know what that is. I don't know what SPX that is. But that's not what we want. So yeah, that's what we're looking at there. But we're just going to leave that alone for now. And then gold is just ranging in no man's land. So we're not going to mess with that. We're going to wait for it to retrace back down to 2006. Or we're going to see if we can break above the level above it. But we're going to leave those alone. These are closer to setups than those pairs. So we're going to pay attention to these right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just going to be watching these pairs right here. go back to EN. These are moving nicely. Yes, this is a potential level to trade off of. Whoops. Yeah, so I'm about to write some of these setups up. Those just joined the stream have not entered this. It's just a trade idea. All right, I've not entered this. It's just a trade idea. And if I'm quiet, that's because I'm typing some of these trade ideas up. So just bear with me. You know, watch the candlesticks, watch the charts, and just give me a moment. Because we might be jumping into some things soon. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're going to be watching EN. We're going to be watching GN. We're going to be watching EA and GA. Going to be paying attention to the indices too and gold just in case. But again, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be chilling, taking a nap until New York pops off. Not be shocked. Mm-hmm. That's we're watching these pairs. New 5 minute just started. Got 5 minutes till the next 15. So yeah, we're gonna be watching EN. We're watching EN. We're gonna be watching AED pairs too. They still got a little bit of work to do. So we're gonna be paying attention to EN right here. Mm-hmm. We're just joining the stream. We haven't entered any trades yet. Meaning members, we did take a trade last night. Make sure to go ahead and hit that follow button on the Instagram. You see it on your screen, Playmaker_away. Also follow the TikTok at PlaymakerAway. I post daily on both pages. All right, I just posted a video last night on both actually, so make sure to check that video out as well. But if you go to my Instagram story, not my TikTok story, because I rarely post on my TikTok because I can't really post a lot of the stuff on like I can on YouTube on TikTok. So go on my Instagram story, you'll see screenshots of the trade we took last night. Also posted screenshots in the free Telegram, which is the first link in the description. Whoops. Let me scroll down. See screenshot, you'll see this the signal. Posted on my story as well, and you can see the screenshot of me in the trade GN. We go back here. Sold GN, TP7 hit. This was a screenshot from the Vantage Place signal room. And then also on my Instagram story. But yeah, we're looking at EN for possible sells. We want to see if it holds this level and see what the next 15 looks like. But we're just chilling. Yeah, so you see it's rejecting up a little bit. But we're going to see how this candlestick closes. The AED pairs are still pumping up, so we're gonna let them do their thing. Like I said, we're waiting to see how it reacts to the daily level above it. Whoops. There we go. Yes, we want to see how it reacts to this daily level above it. If we can hold that level as a resistance, we can look for sells. If it breaks above that level, and we see a retest, then we can look for possible buys, and we can see the uptrend continue. So, depending on how it reacts to this level, we're either going to see possible reversal and downtrend start, or this can turn into a higher low, and we can see the uptrend continue. Because before this, we've been catching buys. I mean, we call it a nice sell this day, but for the most part, we've been riding the wave up since the uptrend began. And you can see what you probably can't see now, but let me zoom in. You can see all the trades. And again, this is the daily time frame. So this is showing you how we caught literally the entire daily candlestick these days on these moves here. We jumped in this rejection wick, caught the entire daily candlestick this day, caught the entire daily candlestick 2 days. And we do this with a lot of pairs, all right? Because the strategy is based off of bigger time frames. So, of course, we're going with the overall direction of price. So we're able to catch more pips. But we're just chilling right now. We want to wait for it to hit that level. Just wanted to show y'all what's going down right now. We're going to put it back on EN. EN's on a level right now. We're trying to see if it's going to hold or break below that level. But as you can see, it's rejected. It's right back here. And we literally have 5 seconds before the next 15. It is on it though. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. All right, starting red. Not really excited yet though. I'm still want to see if we can break that level. We got a strong wall above here. So if it breaks through this level, like if it breaks our stop loss, which is above this wall, that means, price wants to retrace back up still. Because we got it right above the wick of this wall. And you see this price was super choppy here and rejected. Then we see when price did the retest to reject this level and drop back down. This is literally the move we caught on GN, right? So we go on GN. We can do that really quick. Literally this the move we caught on GN right here. This wall, we had the stop loss above this wall. So the retest, entered off the retest, bam. You see price currently respecting this wall right here. And that's what we're looking at on EN. But we're seeing if it's going to hold that level or not before we even enter. We're seeing it's going to hold that level. We see it struggling a little bit, but it did push back underneath. So we're going to see, we're still going to pay attention to this and just see what it do. Yeah, but we might enter this soon. Yeah, let me go ahead and post this disclaimer out because we might jump in this soon. So again, if you haven't clicked the first link, I don't know what you're doing. Go ahead and click that first link. Make sure to read this disclaimer. Again, if you're on your phone, it might look like a big paragraph, but it's really not. I just separated every sentence to make it clear and concise. It's literally like, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's literally 11 sentences. Literally 11 sentences. You can read 11 sentences, all right? So it's going to explain how you should go about trading in general, how the TPs work, and all that good stuff, all right? Because again, I get a lot of questions. Again, I don't mind answering questions, but again, that's why I post this stuff, and I post this every day before I post any trades. Because this is to help y'all out and to answer some of those questions. And a lot of times y'all be asking questions, and it be in the video as I drop or in this disclaimer. So again, that's the first time I ever read how many sentences it was, but it's literally 11 sentences. But we're about to see. I got a number in my head. We're going to see if I hit that number. We're going to break and reach that number. But it is holding underneath this level, which is a good sign. But we're going to see if it can hold and continue to try to drop down. Yeah, so we're just watching this right now. You see us trying to, but we also see us struggling to break through that level, which is exactly why we have it marked off. So we're just patiently waiting. We're just watching, see if we can break that level, or we're just going to reject and retrace back up. All right, looks like it's trying to drop down. Yeah, so we're still waiting. Like I said, I got a number and waiting for it to hit. We're just patiently waiting. Those just joining, we have not entered this yet. This is a trade idea. We might be entering it soon, though. Just waiting for a couple more confirmations. And if you're curious about those confirmations, just rewind about 5-10 minutes. We broke down this pair and a few other pairs, as well as the indices in gold, and basically what we're looking at and looking for right now. Yes, we're just patiently waiting right now. We're just watching this pair, because everything else is either just chilling, taking a nap, or it's retracing still. So we're just gonna be watching Ian right now. Yeah, so you can see by the wicks, that's definitely struggling to break and stay underneath that level, which is why we're patiently waiting to see if it can do so. So we're just patiently waiting. Yeah, I don't know who this bot is. Is it a bot? Let me see something. My bad, I'm looking at something. Yeah, I don't know who this bot is, but they be consistently commenting on my thing. They motivated, that's for sure. Yeah, we're just chilling right now. It did break back below. Like I said, there's a certain number I'm waiting for it to hit. So whether the next 15 comes or it hits that number, whatever comes first. But we do got about a minute before the next 5 minute, and we got about 6 minutes before the next 15, and the 4 o'clock hour pops off. So we're just chilling and patiently waiting. Mm-hmm. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. And that thing turned green on us. It's still holding as resistance, but that's why we're waiting. This is just a trade idea. Yeah, so that thing rejecting the level now. That's why that's why we're patiently waiting. Our new 5 minute just started. So let's see what these other pairs are up to. We're still going to pay attention to that, just so y'all can see what other pairs are going on. Like I said, price is either going to be just slow and choppy until FOMC pops off or New York session. The 8:15 news pops off. But we got EA still retracing, so we're going to let it do its thing. GA doing the same thing. So yeah, we're going to let these do their thing for now. This is the only one that was at a key level for possible decent entry. And you saw it. This thing was literally green. And in 10 seconds, that thing turned back red. So we're going to see, though. We're still waiting. But this is definitely showing us it's trying to push back down. But we're just patiently waiting. Mm-hmm. Got a few minutes before the next 15 and 4 o'clock starts. All right, it's pushing back down. We're still waiting though. And what we're doing right now is similar to what I talk about in this video right here. So I'm about to link a video right now. So go ahead and check this out after the stream. And for those that's watching this later, watching the recording, I got y'all. I'm gonna put it on the screen what the titles of these videos are. All right, I also go to my profile. You can do this now while we're live. All right, so what you do is, give me 1 second. So what you do is you click my profile, then you scroll to community, and I put a poll. So go ahead and vote because I'm gonna drop that video this week. So it's either gonna be Friday or this weekend. But I'm dropping this video. I'm just trying to let some more people vote. But I'm letting y'all vote on what the next video is gonna be. All right, there's 4 options. People are already voting. Right now, trade breakdown is in the lead at 50%. Candlestick videos at 33%. Updated trading plan videos at 17%. So go ahead and vote. All right, because this week I'm gonna start doing this. I'm probably gonna put a poll out weekly to see what kind of video y'all want. All right, because I made a lot of content, but now it's like I don't want to be repetitive. So now I want y'all to like basically decide what y'all want to see, and I'll make a video on that. You know what I'm saying? There's still gonna be live trading and stuff like that. But U15 just started. It's looking like it's trying to drop to the downside. So I do like this right here. It's held for a while. Gonna do a retest on the 15, but it is showing, it has been showing it's trying to drop for a while. We'll do that nice little wall here. So I did do a retest on the 5. So I'm kind of liking this right here. So where we're currently at, so 735. And it broke that level. And then our stop loss, again, if it breaks through this wall right here, then we were wrong. That's where our stop loss is at. So I do kind of like this setup here. Hasn't hit the number though, but it was mighty close. Yeah, I like this. So again, make sure to read that disclaimer. Because we might jump in this in a second. This wall right here. Yeah, let me write these TPs up. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. Yeah, I'm quiet right now because I'm focusing right now. So just bear with me. Because it didn't hit my number. I almost hit the number I'm looking at. We might jump in on this. All right, so I posted the TPs in the channel. All right, again, make sure to read the disclaimer. It's just 11 sentences. We're not risking, we're not going all in on this trade. We're not risking 50% on this trade. All right, I recommend risking 1 to 5% per trade. And that's what we're doing right here. All right, I'm in this trade with y'all. Again, every trade I post is a trade I personally enter. So I am in this. Put the TPs in the channel. We're 1-0 right now for today. We're going to see if we can make it 2-0. 690. Yeah, let's see what this do. Because it's trying to drop down. It's trying to drop down. Broke below this level. Our stop loss is a decent stop loss. If it breaks above this stop loss, it's most likely going to the next key price level and or reversing. We went for New Zealand sales last night. Did a nice retracement. So waiting for our confirmation. So we're going to go ahead and let this do its thing. Let this do its thing. That's probably the only trade I enter until New York pops off. So I do want to enter NSC or gold, but they're just ranging, and the AED pairs they're still retracing up. So this is the only pair I'm going to be entering for right now. So we're going to let this do its thing. Hold into SRTP gets hit. It's rejecting that level, but we're in just now, so we're going to see what it do. Like I said, members, we're going to go live during the New York news, so we're probably going to go live right news. So I'll let you know the exact time, but I'm going to send that link out. What the heck? Did it hit the 50 on that? Almost hit the 50. Yes, it's doing the retest as soon as we entered, but it's still respecting the level as resistance. So we're still going to hold to SRTP gets hit. But this was what I was waiting for, and it's crazy how I did it as soon as we entered, but that happens sometimes. But we're going to see if it can hold that level like it is so far. And we can see it is trying to push to the downside. We can tell just by keep on pushing red. So we're going to see if we can hold this level. Whoops. My bad. Let's put it more in the center so y'all can see it better. Yeah, we can literally see us trying to drop down. So we're going to see if we can hold this low. We got a couple minutes for the next 5 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna see. But like I said, if it breaks this stop loss, it's going to next price level we can pay attention to, or we are going to pay attention to is 77.55, 77.60, and that'll be another level. That's where the initial sell was right here. And then again, looking on the bigger time frame, we can possibly see a retracement happen right here. Because again, a green candlestick, we haven't seen a green candlestick in about a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can possibly see a retrace up to here, or even to 78.30. But I am still looking for sales regardless. So we can't hold this level and drop. We can possibly see a retracement and a higher low, a lower high get made, because we haven't really seen a lower high be made yet. So we can't possibly see that be made today. But I am going to be looking for sales regardless on this. So whether it holds this level and drops, or we see the retracement, I'm going to enter off the retracement. I'm not going to be really considering buys unless price breaks above 7,900, to be honest. But we are on a key price level right here. So we're going to see if it can hold that level. We waited for it to break below. It broke below. Wait to see if it could hold that level. It did for a little bit. It's turning green right now. But again, we're still going to hold the SRT if it gets hit. So we're going to see what happens. I'm hitting the wrong tool. So I'm looking at other pairs as well, but other pairs are still retracing. I'm looking at GN also. So GN, same thing with GN right here. We're on the daily. So GN's on the 4-hour level, holding that level. We went for a sell last night on GN. So same thing we just went over with EN. Well, first let's go into small time frame. Me and the members, we went for a sell on this last night. Hit this level, retrace back. So looking at it on the bigger time frame, so let me see a clearer picture. It's the same thing. Going to be looking for sales, but we can possibly see, well, this, it looks like it is trying to do that right now. It looks like it's trying to retrace. So we can look for possible sales at 2.0160, 0155. That'd be the next key level. And if you're going to hold that level, we can possibly see that be the lower high and a drop right there. We do have a nice imbalance, and the 50 hasn't been hit on this. So I do see that getting hit possibly today. But I am still looking for sales on this. So we are seeing it rejecting right now. Let's go back to EM. Yeah, so it's chilling on this level. Yeah, so we're going to hold the SRT if it gets hit. Like I said, we went over the levels above it, but I am looking for sales on this regardless. So if it doesn't hold this level, I'm going to look for an entry on the next level. That's simple. Again, this week is very choppy. So the beginning of the beginning weeks of each month is a little bit tougher than usual. And you can just see that literally if we go just down memory lane. So this is May 1st, right? May 1st. So this was May, the beginning of May last, last month. What the heck? Oh, I'm tripping. I mixed up May with March. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. I was like, what is going on? I was like, that's off. I'm tripping, y'all. Had a slight brain fart. All right, so let me I was like, that don't make sense. I was scrolling. I was like, why is it not moving? Had a slight slow moment. Anyways, it is what it is. Let's get back to it. All right, so we're scrolling up to beginning of April, which was last month. First week of April, we're scrolling up. Boom, boom, boom. This is April 1st. That's how it ended March. Cool. So it's the beginning of April. Oops. Start off pretty smooth. 3-0. There's also a bunch of holidays this week also. I don't think there was a bunch of holidays the beginning month. The beginning of what you call it, April. But you see this week was choppy as well. This was the beginning of April, was choppy. You see these trades didn't hit ultimate TPs. We hit a few minor TPs. We had a few SLs get hit. We had some break-even days at the beginning of April. Then we only took one trade, April 6th. Blah, blah, blah. Then we went 1-1, another break-even day. It was still up for today, but it was very choppy, and it wasn't, especially towards the end of the week, right? We kind of see a similar thing happening this week, except there's a bunch of holidays this week as well. But choppiness, not taking a lot of trades, but then we go to the second week of April, things start popping off. As we see, went 2-0 that day, went 2-0 this day. Keep scrolling. This is the Wednesday, went 3-0 on Wednesday. And also noticing more TPs are getting hit. So this is just how every beginning of the month's always like. It's always slow and choppy, especially with all the reports coming out. But then you see as the month and the week continues, things start to pick up. You start hitting more TPs. We start catching bigger moves. Start catching more pips. That Monday, I'm pretty sure, was a holiday, which is why we didn't trade. But now you see more TVs getting hit, more trades. Went 2-0. We keep going down the list. Boom, boom, boom. We're 4-0. We're catching more pips. Caught 16,000 pips. Keep scrolling down the list. So that's literally how it goes. But that's just 1 month. So let's go to, let's go to March. Just to cross-reference and see. But looking to the right, we do see EN going for a round 2. Second attempt. All right. So we're almost at the beginning of March. Scroll, scroll, scroll. All right, cool. Recap of last week. So this is February 27th. Cool. February 28th. Cool. Bam, bam, bam. All right, March 1st. So beginning of March, actually was caught a nice move there. Again, granted, there were a few moves we could have caught. We missed a move yesterday. Missed a couple moves yesterday, we're going to be fair. So there were a few setups, but I usually throw away setups anyway, so it didn't help that it was a bunch of bank holidays, so it was already limited to certain pairs. And then the pairs I did throw away, you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is. But we're looking at March. You see, we only had that one move that went to all the TPs, but the other 2 plays we hit only hit TP3 and TP2. But we only had one move that hit the full TP. This is the March 1st. Still went 3-0 that day. This was kind of a little bit different too because March 1st started in the middle of the week instead of a whole new week. But also got to keep that in mind as well. But you see here, March 2nd, TV's getting hit, all that cool stuff. That's how we ended February. We ended February 55-6, 42,000 pips caught. GA. So notice the amount of pips we caught. So we caught some good moves, but we didn't really catch any indice moves. As you can see, we only caught 1,000 pips that week. And EN, not getting sidetracked, looking at EN, it's definitely still trying, but it's struggling. This thing was just right. It's struggling. We're chilling on this level. So we're going to see if we can break it. It's definitely trying, though. But going back to this, let me see here. See, it's the first week of March. This day was probably when the reports were coming out. A little bit choppiness, but we did hit some nice moves there. This was a decent day as well. We didn't trade in indices that day, though. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, we're still catching good moves here and there, but notice we're not hitting ultimate TPs as much. But and second week, things do start to pick up. As you can see, we're hitting more TPs. A lot more trades are hitting the final TPs and all that stuff. As you can see here, all TPs hit. All TPs hit. Took one loss. This one hit TP1, but still got a decent amount of pips off that first TP. So the beginning week of every month is always the toughest, always the choppiest. And then again, I went over this. I think I went over this. I forgot. Y'all already put in question marks. Y'all are so weird, but you know, it is what it is. But again, if you just go to the dates here, and I think I know who it is. I think I know who it is too. But at the same time, the number isn't shrinking. The number is just growing. So it's like you're here for a reason. Like I don't know why you do that. Like it is what it is though. But for future traders, that's not a mindset to have. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. If you just go to the first week of every month, you're gonna see the same reports. You're gonna see the non-farm employment. You're gonna see unemployment rate. You're gonna see FOMC. You're going to see the ADP. You're going to see unemployment rate, employment change. We're going to see this the first week of every month, right? We saw that the first week of this month. Now let's go to the first week of April, right? Scroll, scroll, scroll. You see FOMC right here. We see ADP right here. We see unemployment. We see employment change, unemployment claims. We see non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. Now let's go to the beginning of March. Got FOMC. Again, that started in the middle of the week, so that was a little weird beginning of the week. But we go back to the official first week of March, or just straight up March. What do we see? Non-farm employment, unemployment, employment change, unemployment rate. We see, I don't see it right now. I probably passed it. I feel like I passed it. Here's ADP. No, don't see FOMC. I might have passed it. Okay, here's FOMC. All right. So, and we can just go, we'll do one more month, but y'all get the point. So, this is literally how every beginning of the month is. What are we supposed to do in February? First week of February, FOMC, ADP. February 2nd, what do we see? Bank rates, non-farm employment, unemployment. So this is how it is every beginning of the week, every beginning week of the month, every first week of the month. So always a little choppy. But if you can survive the first week, you'll be straight. Oh, I'm going too far. Whoops. Here we go. Yeah, but as we see, Ian is just chilling on this level. It's definitely trying, but I just like to show that because again, I like to explain things and be very transparent. I'm not just going to call trades out and just leave people confused. But again, if you don't watch these lives, then you're just going to be confused. I do another breakdown reiteration for the members in Advanced Play Signal Room, but as you can see, I do send a link out every day in the free Telegram so y'all can watch the live so you can see the setups I'm looking at and explain and see the explanation why we enter all trades. So buddy doing that, you can go ahead and do that. I don't really care because you're still in here. You're probably the same person that last week when we had that GJ play, you put that thumbs down, but as soon as the TP got hit, you removed that thumbs down. All right, drawdowns are part of the game. If you can't handle drawdown, you shouldn't trade. It's that simple. And this isn't me being upset. This is just me speaking to somebody, whoever is watching now or watching it recorded. It's going to help somebody out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to help everybody out. I'm here to help everyone. But, you know, you got to help yourself out at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, if you're risking 1 to 5% of your account, you know, one loss is not going to kill your account. Let's keep it 1,000. But we're right back at our entry. So we're going to see if we can hit some TPs. And then people watching recording, I did not forget, this is the first video that I dropped. All right, you go to my profile, 3 things you need to do before entering any trade. All right, and the second video is 5 tips that made me profitable. This is literally the title of the video, 5 tips that made me, well, pointing at the wrong screen. This is literally the title of the video, 5 tips that made me profitable. You go to my profile, you go to videos, you scroll down, you're going to see these 2 videos. All right. And while you're at it, go ahead and watch the rest of my videos. They're all shorter than your favorite TV show episode. But yeah, we're right back at entry. So I'm going to see if we can hit some TPs. New 5 minute just started. While we're at it, let me go ahead and drop this video too, because it goes hand in hand with those other videos. And it's going to go hand in hand with what I'm about to talk about as well. Because we're going to be on here for a little bit longer. I want to see what this next 15 looks like. Where is that video? For those that are looking at a chart, all right, because again, we entered a trade based off of a chart. Do not look at your NT4, NT5, and just look at that number on your screen. That does nothing for you besides stress you out. You entered a trade based off the chart, so you need to be watching the chart at all times. All right. So if you're watching the chart, you can literally see that even when we're in drawdown, price hasn't gone anywhere. It's literally chilling on this 4-hour level that we have here. It's literally been chilling at this level. So again, you can't see this if you're not looking at a chart. You can't see that if you don't have these levels marked off. But even if you don't have these levels marked off, you know what I'm saying? Let's go in and make a chart. If I can find one that's naked. Bam. You can literally see that price hasn't really gone anywhere. It literally just chilling. Even if you're on a 5 minute time frame, same thing. Price has not gone anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You enter the trade based off the charts. So while you're in a trade, you should be looking at the charts at all times. You should only be looking at the blue or red number on your screen. One, when you first enter the trade. Two, when the TP gets hit. Three, if you're taking partials and moving SL on profit. Or four, if you're closing the trade. You should not be looking at your MT5 or MT4 in any other case. Now, if you're trading on the computer, that's a little bit different, but still look at the chart, look at the candlesticks. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the computer is a little bit different because the numbers are literally at the bottom of your screen, but most people trade off phones, if I'm not mistaken. So even if you're not on the phone, you are trading on the computer, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just put your trading view chart up, or just look at your, just look at the candlesticks. You know what I'm saying? Especially for people that still aren't calculating the lot size and risking 1 to 5% in your account, because at the end of the day, no strategy is 100%, right? Even if we look at last week, even this week, we took a L. We did make it back, but even if we look at last week, we lost one trade, but we still didn't, you know what I'm saying? We didn't win all trades. And even the trades that we did hit, not all the trades hit the ultimate TP. And then, you know what I'm saying? And you look at the week before that, yeah, we did go 11-0. Cool. And then the week before that, we did go 10-0. Cool. But how did we do before that, right? There is going to be win streaks, but there is going to be times when you lose a trade as well. We went 12-3 that week before. You know what I'm saying? Whoops, let me turn my alarm off. We went 18-1 the week before. You know what I'm saying? So we never win every trade. And again, some of the trades we do win don't hit the ultimate TP, so we get whipped out on profit. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to win every trade. There's no strategy that's 100%. If you can show me a strategy that's 100%, I'll delete my account right now. Show me a strategy that's 100% accurate. I'll delete my account right now. Now, these levels are accurate, but let me not say 100% accurate, 100% win rate. You know what I'm saying? It's not possible. You're going to lose some trades. Even if you follow your rules, sometimes, you know, SL is going to get hit. So when you lose a trade, you should not get upset. Why? Because again, we just went over. There's no strategy that's 100%. There's no strategy that's going to give you a 100% win rate. So you're going to have to lose a trade at some point. And then on top of that, if you're truly risking what you're okay with risking, you shouldn't be upset. Okay, if you know what you're risking, you're okay with what you're risking, which you should be. You should not be putting any money in the market you're not okay with losing. I mean, that's what any investment, stocks, crypto, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't put any money in the market if you're not okay with losing it. Okay, because it's a numbers game. You're not going to win every trade. But that video I just dropped goes hand in hand with the other two videos. All right. So going back to what we were just talking about. Oops. Don't know how that happened. Again, we're looking at the chart. Those that mean we broke down what we were into the trade. We understand what's going on. We waited for the confirmations. We followed our rules. Cool. So if you follow your rules and trade doesn't go your way, you shouldn't be upset because you followed your rules. Instead, you should be figuring out why it didn't go your way. Same thing with the trade goes your way. You should know why it went your way. All right. Bam. Then on top of that, your strategy has a higher win rate than a lose rate. So even if you lose one trade, the next trade, you're going to make that money back. But you can't do that unless you're risking the same amount each trade, which is why I recommend risking 1 to 5% of the account per trade. And members, I'm going to say this every day, make sure to join the group chat, watch the pinned video in the group chat. All right. But that's why risk reward is important as well. So make sure to watch that video. I'm going to actually click that video so the people watching the recording can see. It's not even that. It's not even that. I get what you're saying, Sparky, but it's not even that. It's literally what I said before. People don't want to lose a trade. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people quit and the success rate is so low because the trades they lose, they either over leverage and blow their account, so they don't have an opportunity to make that win back. And then two, I'm a competitive person too. I don't like sports and games. I don't like to lose. But at the end of the day, there's a time and place for, you gotta be logical. Logic and reason wins. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that they don't want to lose a trade, which is understandable. But again, it's a numbers game. If you risk, let's just do it. I do the example all the time. I'm gonna get back to what you said. It's simple. It's simple math. Let's say I take 3 trades. Let's say I lose one trade. Let's say each trade I'm risking $10. I take 3 trades. Let's say I lose a trade, right? I'm down $10 because I'm risking only $10 per trade. Now let's say the next trade I take, I win that trade. I'm still risking $10 per trade. Now ideally, your trade setup should be at least a 1 to 2 minimum risk to reward. That way, on the low side, you're at least making what you're risking, if not twice what you're risking. So let's say in this example, it's a 1 to 2 risk to reward the winner is. So 1 to 2, that means I made 2 times what I was risking. If I'm risking $10 per trade, I just made $20. So I just canceled out that one loss, and I'm up $10, right? Now, let's say the third trade was a winner as well. And let's just keep it simple, 1 to 2. So now I'm up $30 for the day. Now let's give another example. Same thing, took 3 trades. Now let's say I lost 2 trades and I won 1 trade. So again, we're risking $10 per trade. So I lost 2 trades, so 10 times 2 is 20. So I'm down $20. Now let's say the third trade I win. And let's say same thing, that third trade is a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So I make 2 times my risk. Again, 10 times 2 is 20. So even though I lost 2 trades, only won 1 trade, I'm still break even. Now imagine if that winning trade was a 1 to 3. That means 3 times my risk, which is possible. We've had 1 to 5 trades. So even though I lost 2 trades, but I risked the same amount each trade, so that one winner not only canceled out my 2 losses, but now I'm up for the week. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest gap. Besides people not knowing how to read candlesticks, is people make sure they're risking the proper amount per trade, because you want to risk 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So if you have a strategy that you have a high success rate and you're risking the same amount per trade, and on top of that you're okay with what you're risking, okay, keyword, okay with what you're risking, if you just do the math, you're going to be up the week and the month. And we just did a replay of the last month. And what's happening at the beginning of this month is literally what happened last month. Same exact thing. Matter of fact, it's probably the same person that left that reaction on these trades. So we're about to go back to it. But again, like I said, I am just passionate with what I do. I'm not upset at all. I'm just passionate with what I do. And I know people, a lot of people are, how do I say this? I'm just going to be saying straight. A lot of people are influenced by others, which that's just normal. That's a normal behavior. So a lot of people monkey see, monkey do are easily influenced by others. And I don't want people to get a negative mindset because again, we're not even like we're literally. But again, I don't really care because why? Because I know what I'm risking, and I'm okay with what I'm risking. And on top of that, me and the members won a trade last night, so we're 1-0 right now. So even if this trade goes left, gonna be break even for the day. And then we still got some possible setups for New York. So I'm not tripping about that. But even if I didn't take a trade last night, again, I'm okay with what I am risking. And I know in the long term, I'm gonna be up and we'll make that money back regardless. But again, same thing happened at the beginning of this month. Boom, slow. All right, April, man. Yeah, cool. Slow was hitting TPs. Boom. But then once the reports come, like look at that. Same thing. Just nice little win streak. Hit some wins. Went 8-0 this week. We take a loss. Everybody upset. Even though we just went 8-0 last week. So ideally, if you risk the same amount, you went 8-0 last week. 8-0 and we caught 16,000 pips. And this is literally the same month of April. You should be up for April. So if you're up, you just won 8 trades in a row. One loss literally is just taking out some of your profits, right? And then this day we won't break even anyways. But again, even if we didn't go break even, if you won 8 trades in a row and you lost one trade, you should not be upset, right? If we just went the week of April, because again, most of these people, there's only a few people that have joined us since joined this month. The month just started. So most of y'all have been here at least last month or the past couple of weeks. All right, because I pay attention to everybody that joins. I pay attention to all this stuff. So that's why I'm saying the stuff that I'm saying. Whoops, I messed that up. But back to what I was saying. Even if you joined last week, right? This is how we ended. What you call it? April 7-0 that day. 2-0 that day. Oh, but we take a loss. It was upset, but let's just rewind for a second. Won 9 trades in a row. Should be up for the week. Take a loss, upset. But again, if you sit back and you look at the bigger picture, you just won 9 trades. So that one loss just took out a little bit of your profits. But again, look at that. We took that loss, but we follow the rules. We come back the next day, break even, choppiness. We re-enter this day. Because again, similar situation with this trade, right? And I went over this on the live with GN. Went for a GN buy. Let's rewind here. What is this one? Let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. Let me go to the date. Make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing. 28, 26, 28. All right, yeah, it was this one right here. I just changed the level so the color's a little off. We went for a buy right here. And again, if you go to this live, you want to double check and see if I'm BSing, but whatever. It's recorded. We enter this trade here. I was saying if we can't hold this level, then we're going to reject back down to this level here and we can look for buys here. surely enough, we rejected that level. But if we stay cool, calm, and collected, understand why the trade didn't go away and where price is going, we could have re-entered here, made that money back. Same thing with gold. And these are the trades that don't go our way. So it's like the idea was the same. So even the trades that don't go our way, it was still the right idea. It was just too early to enter. Just like gold earlier this week. Went for this gold sell, rejected, hit SL, re-entered up here, made the money back. Still went for the same move, just went at it for the next level. But if I get upset, don't keep a cool head, and if I over leverage and don't even have the opportunity to make the money back, which would be the biggest thing, then I could have just took a L. But no, I ended up making my money back and a little more off the re-entry off the setup. And this is a little off. So I was doing a session yesterday and I was breaking some stuff down. But same situation here. Again, on the live, I didn't enter this live, but I went over this on the live. I was like, I'm looking for sales. I'm looking for sales as long as price doesn't break above 2006. Right here, this is 2006. Price came to 2006, rejected, came all the way back down here. Same thing. Like I said, the only reason why I freaking stress that stuff down is because, again, I know I got new traders in here. I got new people in here. I get messages all the time. So I try to stress this out for people that are watching that are new traders so y'all can understand the reality of trading, because these gurus have messed a lot of people's heads up. Like, people genuinely believe that it's just wins, thousands of dollars. You just making bank, chilling at a beach. It's super easy, but it's not. It's a numbers game. And if you don't properly calculate and understand what's going on, one, you're going to miss opportunities to make your money back the same day. And then two, you're going to be over leveraging and blowing your account, not even giving you a chance, giving yourself the opportunity to make that money back. Because again, like I said, find me a strategy or that's got a 100% win rate. Show me that right now, and I'll delete this channel and never go live again. And I want someone to record that. I mean, so someone that's 100% for a quarter. I'm not even gonna say a year, for a quarter. And I'm not talking about no scalping stuff either. I'm talking about multiple candlesticks. It's not out there. No, I do have a group chat. Put a student as a member. You know what I'm saying? It's there. You know, people use it. It's not active all the time, but, you know, it's there for when people have questions. So, you know what I'm saying? I do have a group chat for that very reason, so people can ask questions. People can also DM me directly, members or non-members. But for the members, there is a group chat. And someone did ask a question last week in that, or over the weekend or Monday, whatever day. But it is there for that reason. But it's not bumping. Sometimes it's bumping, sometimes it's active, but it's every now and then. But I do have a group chat there. But again, I just break this down for the new traders because I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm risking what I'm okay with risking. But I get messages. I just got a message yesterday. I get messages almost every day of people messaging me about their accounts, their blown accounts. They send me screenshots of their trade history. And a lot of times, the issues I see is over leveraging and over trading. So, you know, that's why I stress that. That's why I stress that stuff out so much. and how to read the charts, because people don't know how to do that either. So that's why I stress pips over here. That's why I stress calculating lot sizes, and I stress reading the charts, because that'd be the biggest things I see, or the biggest issues I see people have when they do reach out to me. And again, that's why I started this as well, because again, it's just the image out there. Like the IML's already kind of killed it and kind of ruined it in 2020, but even the professional traders or gurus, like, it doesn't help that most of them don't show their losses. They only show wins, but it also doesn't help that they don't break down how many pips they caught. They just talk about how much they made, and they do it really good. They're like, oh, I made this in 5 minutes. I made this in 15. I made this in 30 minutes. But it's like, it's not that simple. Like, there's so much stuff that they're not explaining that you need to understand to even understand how that went down. And then on top of that, nobody ever wants to show losses. So people just have this illusion and fantasy in their head that, it's just people just forex traders are just chilling beachside, just making money. And it's that simple. It's not. But we're chilling right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I've got to edit some videos to post in a little bit. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to watch those videos I dropped in the chat. Again, those that are watching the recording, I clicked all the videos. I'm gonna do it one more time. There's gonna be these two right here, and then I feel like I not dropped the third one. I thought I dropped the third one. I guess I gotta find the third one. All right, so I'm gonna drop the third one more time. Then I'm gonna hop up. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it for everyone. That's gonna be too hectic, because it's gonna be, like I said, I'll be looking at other people's stuff, and I see what it is was a bunch of random people in the chat. It's gonna be too many opinions. People are going to be. It's going to be too many opinions. It's going to be too. It's going to be too hectic. It's going to be too hectic. So I'm not even going to do that. If people want, that's what this live chat's for. If people want, this is open for everybody on YouTube. Live chat in the comment section, but a group chat, I'm not gonna. It's just gonna be too messy in my opinion. I'm not gonna do that. But everybody can do all that in the comment section here when we're live, or you can drop your comments and opinions on my post on social media or on my post on YouTube. But the group chat is just gonna be strictly for the members. That way, everything's controlled and it's the same. All right, because people still use their own little strategies and stuff, but that group chat strictly, you can ask your opinion, or you can ask my opinion on pairs, on trades. You can show screenshots of trades you're in. You can be like, oh, I'm looking at this, looking at buys for this, sells for this. What do you think? All that stuff. Or you ask a question about the strategies. But the Advanced Play Signal Room in the members group chat. The reason why I keep that exclusive is because the pinned video message, and because a lot of this stuff, like I'm telling you, the channel, the Advanced Play Signal Room alone, like let me just pull it up. It's just so much content in there. Let me pull it up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Let's see what we're talking about. So I can see what we're talking about. So we got over 300 videos and 163 photos. All right, so the ones that are like watch list daily, And then all the videos that are 30 minutes are the lives during either New York or Tokyo session, but the most recent ones are the New York lives during the Red Folder News. And then we scroll farther down, the content from Zoom recording, Zoom lives, where I break down my strategy, I answer questions. This is the Vince Play Student Room. The group chat's got similar stuff, but also like student results and all types of stuff. So that's why I kind of keep it separate. Like I said, like this is open for everybody because again, I am here to help people. But you know, the people that invest in themselves and purchase Vince Play Student Room, I take that very serious because it's one thing to be like, okay, I'm joining the live and watching, that's cool. But if you invest in yourself, that's showing you that you're taking it serious. And then on top of that, I'm going to show you I'm taking it serious because I do take it serious. But you know, a lot of people, they want help, but they don't at the same time. So you know, like that's why people are here. I respond to all messages. Again, I respond to messages people that aren't members, but that's why I respond to all messages, and that's why you know I just have all this value, and that's why I also have it at a low price, so anybody can join and make it back and not be trying to worry about. And they can use that money instead of paying for the monthly bill. They can use it to invest. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I be stressing this stuff out. Like I said, I'm not a set. I'm just passionate about this. And every time I see that stuff, it just brings me back to when I started trading and the mindset I used to have. And I don't want that mindset to be mixed and put onto other people, especially other new people, because people are easily influenced, and especially with negativity, and that stuff just rubs off on people. So, you know what I'm saying? But you know, not everybody, you can't make everybody happy, and not everybody's gonna be happy. Like I said, like you literally saw, we won like at one point we were on a 9 trade win streak, and we take one L, and then you know people are just livid. So you know, like I said, I just try to show that because bigger perspective, because this is stuff people don't see online, and I'm trying to like fix image of forex trading. All right, yeah, I'm running a business here, but like I rarely even do pitches. Like I rarely even try to sell my stuff. I just let the results show itself. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I post a link for my stuff, but like if I really wanted to push the stuff, I'd be doing stuff. I'd be doing a lot of different stuff. Cause I used to do sales, and I'd be doing half the stuff that people should be doing or other people are doing. Because again, like I'm not trying to sell y'all a dream. I'm literally keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? I show y'all my setups. I show you the trades. Y'all see the results, and I leave it up to y'all whether y'all want to learn from me or not. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to help people. I was doing this before I started the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Whether I do this live or not, it's not going to really hurt me. But I do want to help people because at the end of the day, I figured this out. But it took me. I did it the hard way. I figured it out on my own. And then, you know, I'm in the space and I see all these other people, and I just see how they're finessing people, or they're like purposely not mentioning stuff that should be mentioned. And then I'm just like, you know, after a while, I just couldn't sit by. So that's why I started this channel. I was like, enough's enough, bro. Like, it's not that deep. This is very simple. And let me show you how simple trading is. And that's why I started the playbook. But again, we're just chilling at this level. We're going to see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off, though. All right, I hope that helps somebody out. Again, I'm trying to help as many people as I can. I know I can't help everybody, but the people that did watch the live, hope that helped y'all out and changed y'all's perspective. Because again, it's the long-term game, especially with people with smaller accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the long-term game. You gotta take it. You always gotta take it day by day. You got to take week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter as well. There's 5 days in the week to trade. Crypto, 24/7, 7 days. But we're just talking about forex. There's 5 days to trade per week. There's 4 weeks in a month. All right. If you're down one day, the goal is to make it back the next day. The goal is to be up for the week, up for the month, up for the quarter. All right. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop off. We're going to be back at it tomorrow, same time. Like I said, we got news popping off later today. Let me go back to here we go. Yeah, so we got ADP at 8:15 at the start of New York. Meeting members are going to go live for that. Then we got 2 hours after that, ISMN services PMI. Then 2 o'clock, we got FOMC. Then 2:30, we got another FOMC popping off. Then we got news the rest of this week. Then we still got holidays. So today and Friday, we got news on tomorrow as well. But today and Friday, definitely pay attention to the news events on those days. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop off. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, same time, 1/3 a.m. EST. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Like I said, you're going to contact me directly. You can hit me up on Instagram at playmaker_way. I respond to all messages. Or you can hit me up on Telegram. And yeah, that's it.